These are asparagus seeds from a Martha Washington asparagus plant. This is not a Christmas tree. These are actually red berries on a Martha Washington asparagus plant. Now when this comes to full maturity, these will dry out and there'll be lots of little seeds inside. I'll pull one off here and show you what's inside. This is the inside. It has these little seeds. There, I think we've got them all out now. So these seeds can be planted if you're starting new asparagus plants, but asparagus plants don't work like other plants. So this is a female asparagus plant, and the rest that do not have red berries are male asparagus plants. The male asparagus plants produce better stalks than the female plants, and they are the ones that are going to propagate the most in your asparagus bed. So when we planted this Martha Washington variety, we planted them, you plant them in pretty deep, and then we add 6 inches more of nice good soil on top every year for the first 2 or 3 years. Since these plants have been here for 2 or 3 years, they'll be ready to cut next year. Every stalk that comes up we'll be able to harvest. Now the Martha Washington variety is more hardy than some, but if you have a female plant come up, because they haven't been bred out of the Martha Washington variety like some of the newer ones, if you do have a female plant come up, you may want to just pull it and take it out, because those male plants are the ones that really produce the stalks like you want. The female spends more time and energy on producing seeds. But with asparagus plants, we're working to have them all the same age so we can harvest them once we get going. In our case, we're going to let some of these go to seed so we can plant a few more. Now most people cut down or pull these female plants out because you want more room for the male plants that you can actually harvest and produce the best. If you want to leave a female plant, it'll look like this. It's a beautiful plant and it will drop seeds down below. Now if you're going to grow a female plant because you want to plant more asparagus seeds, plant your asparagus seeds in a brand new asparagus patch, because otherwise these seeds are going to grow little baby asparagus. It might seem like a good idea, but it actually ends up being like weeds, and it's going to pull fire away from the patch that you've already worked 2 or 3 years to get established for harvesting. So they're just going to be in the way. Now in our asparagus patch we do have some blank spots right up here in the front, so we are going to plant these in the front, and then just remember not to harvest them for 2 or 3 years. Now we have tried some of the newer varieties that are supposed to produce predominantly male plants in your asparagus bed only, but they just haven't done very well. And so this is the old variety, Martha Washington. We're having great success with it. We're just going to have to pull this female plant out after we've got a few little seed pods from it. Now it's most important to get rid of any weeds that come up, because asparagus does not do well with any competition. So we've got a lot of weeds to pull here. So in these bare spots we're going to put in some seeds, cover them up, start over. So that's our experience with the Martha Washington variety. They're very hardy and this patch is doing really well.